Okay, we are live. Good to have you guys. Message in the groups that the coaching call has started so that other people can also join. Your batch 6, batch 7, mastermind, batch 5, whichever group you are, please message in your group so that those people who want to do PMP they can also join and we can start working into that. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ji Anjum. Okay. Walaikum Assalam. Okay. So we are live everywhere. Okay. So the purpose of this session is very straightforward. We are going to solve question answers, and like every Thursday, we are going to solve 10 question answers. The purpose of solving these 10 question answers is to give you an idea how to solve the question answer. The major purpose of this session, the Thursday session, is I'm going to solve question answer. First, I'm going to give you 70 seconds. You solve your question answer. Then I'm going to solve question answers onto that, right? One of the most important thing that I would request you, everybody, to give as detailed explanation as you can for any question, so that I can understand basically what you are thinking when you are giving answer, what you are thinking, why you are thinking, like all those things must be understood so that you can answer properly. Before I go into that question answer session, if anybody has any question that they would like to ask, I will be more than happy to answer their question. If you have any question regarding PMP, I'm more than happy to answer your question. Feel free to put the question in the chat box, and yeah, I'm here for you. Civil life, Sabdar, Iftikhar. Okay, let's get this thing done. Let's start solving question answers. Okay, where are my questions? Yeah, I opened this file. Oh, it is closed. So we will solve from 96 question. Mm, yeah. Okay. So question number 96 in front of your screen now. Hi Monas, good to have you. Okay. So here is the question in front of you. Put your answers justification in the comment. Why do you think this answer is right or wrong? Walaikum assalam. Put your justification in the answers. Okay, let's go with the questions now. It needs to product ocean saying B, separate the team members. It's a world war situation as they tend to have physical fights. Sveta is saying B, whereas B, Anjum is saying C. Okay, B, okay. So we need to see where the question lies, where the teams are. You are managing a project, two team members are having conflict with each other. How to handle a particular, they are discussing and trying to find out solution. Senior members state that his solution must be, junior members state that conflict is getting and they are getting physical. So Anjum, you said that the team should handle themselves. The conflict has been escalated to a physical level. You see, one of the most important thing in solving question answers is to identify keywords. What are the keywords in the question? If you can identify the keywords, you can do into that. Okay, put in the chat box what are the 5 conflict level. Put in the chat box. What are the 5 levels of conflict? Okay, problem to solve, disagreement, contest, crusade, world war. Yeah. So we are getting the right level of conflicts here. So there are 5 levels of conflict. Level 1 is problem to solve. Here team is discussing among each other. They are discussing how we should solve the problem. What are the ways into that way? They're level 1 conflict. If it is not resolved, we go to disagreement. Your level 2 conflict. If it is still not solved, we go to contest. Level 4 is crusade. And level 5 is world war. Now, this is where we start getting physical. And if we are at this level, we need to separate the team member so that the team gets cooled down. Project manager does not interfere at level 1. Anjum, I hope that makes sense to you. Project manager does not interfere at level 1. Once the conflict has escalated from level 1, level 2, here at all these levels, project manager need to interfere and de-escalate the issue. He need to make sure the conflict comes down. Okay. So going back to the question, use diplomacy to de-escalate. This is for level 4 conflict. We are at level 5. He must separate both team members. This can be the answer. We need to, since it is getting physical, we need to give them a time to cool down. Do nothing. No, this is for level 1. Escalation. Escalation is never the option. Okay. Is it clear to everybody? You see, one of the most important thing that you need to understand, you will be getting questions in the exam, right? You will be getting question in the exams, and you can only answer those questions if you understand these things properly. These are the key concepts which we are solving in these question answers, and these key concepts can only be mastered once you understand them. Okay, so I hope all level 5 conflict are clear. What to do at each level is clear. So whatever the questions may throw, and maybe we'll have a next question for other level because I give it in a context way. The same things are repetitive there, so you can understand that thing. So this is very important, critical. Let's go into the next question. Please put your justification for the answers. That is important. There may be agreement between both parties, so because of that, forcing your decision, forcing, smoothing. Okay, Avasa Rahman, smoothing, Anjum, dictate your solution. Okay, directive in nature, E, forcing. Okay, always give your justification, and I am happy how majority people are giving the because they choose one option. Okay, I give justification about other options. Okay, so let's see what the question really say. Which conflict management techniques you have used? Since the question is saying conflict management technique, let me take you to the another important concept. So we are discussing more of a conflict management, if I am right. So whenever a conflict happen, a conflict is there. First you identify why the conflict is there. Stage of the conflict, right? We already discussed just few minutes back what are the 5 stages of conflict. What are the 5 stages of the conflict? We just discussed it few minutes back. Okay, if you haven't seen, you can see here. This was the World War, all those things. Okay, so now we know that what stage conflict is. Okay, now the next thing is, in order to handle the conflict, what are the conflict management techniques are available? Okay, which conflict management techniques are available? Which available? So if I put on x-axis concern for others, concern for oneself. So here on x-axis I care for others more, on y-axis I care for myself more. Okay, so if I care for myself more as well as I care for them, I will always go for a win-win situation. I will talk to them, try to collaborate with them, try to discuss, try to find a solution out of the box. This can be called as collaboration or problem solving. These two techniques are into that. It can also be a confronting. Okay, confronting can also be there, right? I'm trying to get a win-win situation here where I care more for myself. less for them. When this technique is used, I don't have time. I actually don't care about their feelings. I want to get the solution quickly. I will force the solution or direct them. This is a very effective technique, especially when the conflict has been prolonged. Now it's damaging. Team members are not agreeing. They are not doing collaboration, problem solving. And you need to, like, when I say care for oneself, this means care for the problem more than other human beings. I need to get this thing done. Okay? That is forcing or directing. So win-lose and win-win situation. Okay? Next. Okay. Next thing is basically lose-win situation. We have two options here. The first one is accommodate. Accommodate is basically I'm accommodating another person. This happens especially when you are with seniors, with the boss, okay, someone with more power, more influence. You accommodate, okay, whatever you do, will say things of those nature. Accommodate. You are accommodating another person. This can also be something when the conflict they are doing, you want to delay it. You don't have time to handle it because of whatever the reason is, right? Uh, Whatever the reason is, you want to delay the conflict. You say, okay, I acknowledge that we have a conflict here, but now we have other solutions, other things to take care. Let's do that and we will do that thing. Okay, it's a lose-win situation. Then we have a lose-lose, which includes avoid or withdraw. Now, both avoid and withdraw from the conflict. Both of these solutions, avoid or withdrawal from the conflict, both of these problems, both of these things, we don't discuss the problem. One of the biggest example of avoid or withdraw is that, let's say a sponsor is late in the meeting. You don't discuss it, you just documenting it. Here I'm not talking to them. The conflict is under the surface. Sometimes they don't even know about that. Okay? Sometimes they don't know about that. Right? So avoid. Then we have a solution that is called as compromise. Compromise is also a lose-lose situation. It is better than avoid, okay, but worse than problem solve. In compromise, both parties give up something. In compromise, both parties give up something. As a project manager, your job is you need to move from lose-lose to win-win. From avoid to the compromise to win-win situation. A very critical thing. All conflict management techniques are important. All you need to use win-win. You need to use all of them at their time. It's not that one conflict management technique is not needed. All conflict management techniques are required, needed, and worked into that way. All of them. We need them depending on the requirement. We can use. Okay, so Simo is asking there is a relationship between, it's not relationship, I would say there is a correlation, I would say. The sequence sometime work like that. How to handle a conflict, if I say how to handle a conflict. Okay. First, you need to identify why the conflict is happening using emotional intelligence, which consists of 5 things. What are the 5 things of emotional intelligence? Guys, put in the chat box. And active listening, understanding their motivation, right? Understanding their motivation, why they're working, how to handle a conflict. Then you check at the what is the level of conflict. Okay, what is the level of conflict? Level 1, level 2, level 5, level 1 to level 5. Okay, level 1 to level 5 conflict, at which level the conflict is, we need to look into that. Okay, then you select which conflict management technique will work best. Okay, and once you have selected it, check, is it working? If not, change your approach. Okay, Simon? This is basically how you handle the conflict management. Okay, so now you have been equipped with the knowledge. Now what would be your answer? Will you use the same answer or will you change your answer? Will you use the same answer or will you change your answer? Yes, Manjot, emotional intelligence is self awareness, self management, social skills, empathy, motivation. Thank you very much, brother. So, which conflict management technique is that? You are a busy project manager having a discussion for 2 months. You went to the meeting, you listened to both parties. You chose one option, you chose it. Okay, it is not compromising. We discuss both parties have to give up something in compromising. Smoothing is that you don't solve the conflict, you delay it. It's not smoothing. Problem solving is that we agree on a solution, the parties come up with a better solution. You did not avoid it, so we are left with forcing. E is the right answer. Okay, another question, same type content, different question. Okay, see, see, see. Let's go with the question and let's see which conflict management technique you have used here. You are a busy project manager. Team members are having discussion about a particular technical issues. You went to the meeting, listened to the parties. Now, this is you did not force any solution, you did not run away, you did not delay it. Both parties did not give up. C is the right answer. Okay, today is turning out to be a master class on uh, conflict management. I hope you are enjoying it. A. So I'm happy as a result of this masterclass. Now you are understanding the conflict management techniques. You are a busy project manager, team members are having discussion about a particular issue. You went to the meeting, listened to the parties, you tried hard, finally a decision in which both parties give up something. You did not force it, you did not run away, you did not find the best solution, you did not delay the conflict. Compromising. Okay? Uh, You should not get any question wrong regarding at least on this topic afterward. Okay, the question says which conflict management technique you. You're a very busy project manager. Team members are having discussion about a technical issues. You went to the meeting, listened to the both parties. Both members are right in on their own way. But this is directing the attention from main point. Okay. Now this is they are right their own way, but this is directing the attention from the main point. You shared with them, let's discuss it at some other point. Right now, other things are important. So you see, you did not force your solution to them. You did not force the solution. You let it be there. You did not force the solution to them. Right? So this is not forcing at all. Hari Babu, we did not avoid or withdraw with them. We did not say that, okay, you did not discuss at all. In order for thing to be avoid or withdraw, Harun, if you are answering this question, it is that you don't discuss it at all. That is not the problem here. We did not find the best solution. Both parties did not give up. This is smoothing. You delayed the conflict. You delayed the conflict for some other time. This is smoothing. B option. I hope that makes sense to you. This is smoothing. B option. Yes, guys, please like this video. I am giving you such a premium content here, and I'm gonna give and explain all these 5 elements here also for you. So please do like this video and share it with everyone else. Before I answer that question, I want to know from you, what is information refrigerator? What is information refrigerator? What do you think? What is information refrigerator? What is information refrigerator? What do you think? What is information refrigerator? Not radiator, a refrigerator. What is information refrigerator? This is a term you don't hear very much. So what is information refrigerator? So information refrigerator, basically information radiator is something which shares the information. Information refrigerator is something which holds the information. Right? It holds the information. That is information refrigerator. Okay? Does not give the information out. Many organizations hold the information. No, Ibrahim, no, it is not where it is stored. In organization, if you don't want to give the information, we say information refrigerator. And of course, information radiator give us the information, share the information. Okay, yeah, the opposite of information radiator, that was good one. Okay, so let's talk about these task board, Kanban boards, information radiators. Okay. What are information radiator? Anything that gives out the information are information radiators. Anything. It can be charts, etc. etc. For example, given at the example, RAM is a simple matrix where it is written who is responsible for task. That's it. Task 1, who is responsible. Task 2, name of a person. Task 3. So many organization uses this information radiator. You put it in the room open, that becomes information radiator RAM. Then we have a little bit more advanced than that. That is RACI. RACI is basically advanced form of RAM, responsible, accountable, consult, inform. Who is responsible? Who is accountable? Whom to consult and whom to inform. So this is a special type of matrix. Let's say this is our task. Okay, we need to do a PMP training. Okay, who's responsible to conduct that? Means who will be actually doing the job. He is doing it, but at the end of whose neck will be there if a problem comes? Who is accountable? Whom to consult, like who can give us the opinions, and whom to inform. RACI chart. Responsibility, accountability, consult, inform. Right? Your RACI chart. Then comes your task board. Simply status board. It shows you to do, in progress, tested, completed. Like task board is just showing you the status of the project, right? It makes sense to everybody. It is just showing you the status of the project. Then again, we have an advanced form of task board, that is Kanban board. Kanban board gives you work in progress limit, how much work can be done at one time. It works on a pull system, one thing at a time. It gives you bottleneck. Okay, so let's say if we make Kanban board, it looks like something similar like task board in the shape format. Okay, to do, in progress, test, completed. Okay, there are user stories. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we will have how much work we can do at one time, how much work can be conducted at one time. Let's say 2 here and 2 here can be here. I'm just giving an example. So when the work starts, the first one will move here. I will remove it from here. The second one will move it here. Pulled here, I will do it. Once this is completed, this will be pulled here. Okay, we will put the third one here. I'll remove this one. Once second is completed, second will move here. I will pull the fourth. Now, let's say this is completed. The third one is completed, but this is not yet tested. Still, we are working on that. Your entire work stops. Your entire work stops. This means testing bottleneck. This means testing is your bottleneck. So we will work into that on the testing to improve it. This is the purpose of a Kanban board. It helps you to identify a bottleneck, build the flow, work into that way. One more thing, in Kanban board, total time that a user story is requested till it got completed is called lead time. Time the user story was requested to it completed is called lead time, and the time when the team started working until it got completed, we have here, it is called cycle time. So lead time and cycle time both are kind of important thing. We need to look into that. Is this velocity? No, velocity will have a different chart. Velocity is basically limiting the work, how much work you are doing in one sprint. If you are measuring the sprint, here we are not measuring sprint. Na? Velocity is the number of user story you are completing here. Here we are saying at one time how many user stories we will work at one day, one time. Like let's say there are 4 team members, 2 are working on a progress building on it and 2 are on testing. So that's UBON technical services which we are doing LLC. This is your Kanban board. Okay, if you put your Kanban board in a graphical way, this is called cumulative flow diagram. It's not much in the scope of PMP, but just knowing, if you see that term, that cumulative flow diagram is a visual or a graphical representation of this board. Okay, so far clear with me? Make sense to you? Put in the chat box, guys. Next is a information radiator, which for sure you will get question in the exam. Burn up chart. Burn up chart shows, let's say there are 2 weeks of sprint, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10 days, and there are 10 stories. Okay, 10 days, 10 story points. So burn up chart shows that the days completed, this is ideal burn up chart. As we move, work get completed, ideal burn chart. So let's say on day 1 you are here, on day 2 you are here, on day 3 you are here, day 5 you are here, day 7 you are here. This will be your actual progress. This is called your actual progress. Okay, actual progress. Now, there are 2 things that exam can ask from burn up chart. First, let's say the exam asks, this is point A, point B, point C, point D. The exam can ask you at point C, what is your schedule? Is it positive? Is it negative? What is it? What actually exam is asking? Are you ahead of schedule? Are you behind schedule? Where are you when we talk about in the schedule? Where are you when we talk about in the schedule? Right? The exam is asking where are you when we talk about the schedule. So in order to know at point C, I will extrapolate it. If we keep working, actually you tell me, are we ahead of schedule or not? Okay, so if you are above the line, what does that shows? And let's say if you are below the line at point D, what does that show? We are ahead of schedule or below schedule. So B, point number 2, this one, B is on schedule. Point A or point D, when you are down, you are behind schedule. Here, you can complete work more, like in those 10 days, you will be able to complete more work. So C is ahead of schedule. Okay, that is thing number one that the exam can ask. Thing number two, exam can ask what happened on day 3 or day 7. What happened on day 3 or day 7? What do you think? What happened on day 3 and day 7? Put in the chat box. What happened on day 3 and what happened on day 7? On day 7, at this point, scope has been added. Scope has been added. More work has been added. On this point, work, this is the scope. Scope has been removed. The work has been removed. Some user stories have been removed. Both can also be called as spike. The exam can also ask you, like on the exam, you need to point out where spike is. Okay, so normally one point will be there. You can immediately spike it. Okay, so you see, this has turned not only just question answer session, it has turned out to be a master class. This has to be turned out a master class on solving question answers, right? It has to be turned out a master class, right? It's a very important thing how we looked into the question answers and how we move towards that way, right? So that's very important thing how we looked into that. What are the context of it? Is it clear to you? Now any question that comes to the burn up chart, any question that you come up to the burn up chart, you will be able to answer that question. Very important. Then similarly, if we look at the burn down chart. Now let's go with the burn down chart. Sweta, spike is anything that is out of the way. If you look at the day 3, okay, if you look at the day 3, Sweta, so something is being here, something is being removed, a sudden up and down is spike. Or you look at the day 7, suddenly it goes upside. So something has been added here, right? So that's a spike. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, burn down chart. Burn down chart shows basically how much work is remaining, let's say. Okay, how much work is remaining. So 0 days, 10 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Here we have 100 story points. Okay, so on day 1 you are here. On day 2 you are here. On day 3 you are here. Tell me, on day 1, are you ahead of schedule or behind? Please. That is the first question to you. What is happening on day 1? Okay, on day 1, if I extrapolate it, I will be able to complete earlier. So it is ahead. On day 2, we are on schedule. What about on day 3? What about on day 3? What about on day 3? On day 3, if we look into on day 3, if we extrapolate it, it will take more time to complete. It will take more time to complete. So we are behind the schedule. Now, similarly, on burn down chart, if it shows this is your scope and it has gone this downside, the work has been removed, upside the work has been added. Both of them are called spike. But most probably in the burn down chart, it will show you something like that. Please point out, that question will say where you have a spike. Where you have a spike. So you will straightforward go, and let's say this is point C, you will say C. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Now I hope nobody ever gets a question wrong on information radiator. Okay? So now let's go with the question. Who is responsible? That was RESI chart. No burn down, no burn up, no cumulative, no Kanban board. Okay? Let's go to the next question. Now this question we should do quickly. Okay. So the question is asking, you are a you are managing large IT project. One of stakeholder asks you how much work is remaining. You showed him information radiator. Kanban board does not talk about that. No. Kanban board talks about work in progress. Cumulative flow diagram does not talk about. Burn up chart shows how much done. So burn down chart is the right answer. Okay. G. Next question. Thank you, Ashraf. Thank you for sharing that. You are managing large IT project. Stakeholder, how much work has been done? We are talking about how much work has been done. So which information we will use? Burn up chart. So guys, I'm explaining the topic, then putting the context so that you understand that thing. Na? Ji, next question. Okay. You are managing a large project. You want to identify which is causing delay in the project. Now we want to identify the delay. So Kanban board will be helpful here. Okay. Last question, then we will go to the LinkedIn question answers. Okay, so what's your answer here, guys? C. You're a Scrum Master working. Client came to you and shared that the goal of the current sprint. Tell him it's not possible. No. Respond to the what are the four values of agile, guys? Cancel the sprint. No. Have a meeting with that. By the way, C is the right answer, but meanwhile, why don't you share with me what are the four values of agile? What are the values of agile we adhere to it? What are the four values of agile? Okay, let's solve the questions on LinkedIn. So my program management batch is starting tomorrow. This is the question that I posted it like few hours back. Yeah, four values you must know by heart. Okay. So a project delivering on a critical path is lagging behind. The CPI is this, the project manager is able. So what is the outcome? Since the cost was not the issue, since the cost was not the issue, right? So activities in parallel, no, no, C, yes, D, no. So C is the right answer. Many people put A. So you see, don't go with what LinkedIn people says. It can be wrong. And I am putting daily one question. I have scheduled those questions. Put your justification. I will answer them. So guys, my batch program is starting in 8 days. You get a customized roadmap, daily follow-up, coaching call, mastermind group, fabulous simulator, booklet, and so many other things. Feel free to join if you want to. Okay. Then I'm also sharing. Guys, if you are not connected to me at LinkedIn, please do. Then mind map. You see so many things I'm sharing for you guys. Okay. Uh, this is a very important information yesterday I shared. How to handle risk. Do put the comment there later on. Okay. Next question. A project has following characteristic. A project has following characteristic. It is in execution phase. That is the first thing. A law has been approved that mandates immediate compliance. Immediate compliance. The law will impact the scope, schedule, and cost. He want to determine what to do. A. Mitigation of risk. No, it was not identified before. At least I don't have information. B. No. C. No, I need to handle this immediately. So these were the question answers on LinkedIn. Guys, my class is starting in just 8 days. And this video, I would like to invite you on this journey. This is the easiest roadmap you can look into that. It looks like opposite S, right? My designer just shared it with me during the class. So I said, why not I discuss it with you guys? Maybe, maybe with this design, you will like it and you start working it. Because I am extremely excited to work with all of you on this journey. My goal here is very straightforward. I want to help you to become PMP. So when you join the program, training fee is $699, exam fee is $545. Exam fee you will directly pay to PMI. So when you join the program, I have a call with you. With every single student who joins, every single student who joins the program, I have a one-to-one call with them. I want to understand like where do they stand, what do they need, how they work into that way. So if you are a group program, this is if you are one-to-one, that is 1,500. So I will have a call with you to understand where you stand. Then 19th of July, 20th of July, 21st, 28, 27, 26. We will have 6 days of class. Classes will be live plus recording will be provided so that you can review it, you can understand it later, you can ask question or answer further as we move forward. Then I'll give you a roadmap according to your requirement. How do you want to study? What do you want to work into that way? Then the question answer session we are having, we will do that. We will have multiple question answers in a week, 3 to 4 at least. Like Thursday coaching call we are having. We also have those my student. I have a question answer session on Saturday with them. You will get a topic questions for each. I'll show you that right now. So for example, this is batch 6. Okay, this is batch 6. So for every topic, for example, fundamental stakeholder, I have divided the entire PMP in this module. Fundamental stakeholder, communication, team, agile, risk, quality. I'll give you topic question answers. Once that is done, then you will go for a simulator. And in simulator, I have questions that people, process, 180, random, and then final marks. So everything that you are getting according to that requirement, right? You are getting according to that requirement how you can work into that way. S curve plus left to right success. Yes, Hamza. Left to right success. Yes, S curve. You can say. On day 5, we will submit your application. You will do the RCA of your question answers. When I will keep evaluating, saying that okay, now you are ready for exam. You will give the exam. I have just asked the team also put here to share your success journey, because that is a part of my program to share the success journey. I'm a big believer, and that's why I put all the success journeys to the students later on. That success attracts success. The people you get motivated, you work into that way, and then you work into that. My program starts in 8 days, but I want to start working with you. If you are planning to do PMP, I want to start working with you right now so that I can start sharing some pre-training material to you. Many people wait till the last day. I always get some people on the last day. But I want you to start right now so that I can work with you, help you becoming PM. Like thousands of other students. 298 in this year alone. So let's start this journey to help you become PMP. If you have any question, you have my number, you have my email. Feel free to reach, and I will be more than happy to answer any question you have. So with that, thank you very much for joining the question answer session. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Today's session, at least I enjoyed. We did master session on conflict management, then information radiator. Do watch it again if you have any confusion in these topics, because this is a very important session that we did. Thank you very much, and bye bye.
Adnan, Chetan, Jigar, Jiku, Ajit, Samad, Jarat, Anu, Akil, Mohammed Faisal, Jay Prakash, Mohsin, Mafi, Preeti, Priya, Ajit, Tushar, Ubaid, Jiku, Sir Wasim, Sir Irfan, Sayyid, Vishnu, Kam, Mohammed, Vandana, Vel Kumar, Ali, Ali Raza, Edwin, Chandra, Mohammed, Imran, Sir Arfat, Deepak, Adnan, Ajay, Batul, Ibrahim, Murli, Rizwan, Sachin, Sujit, Complex, Riyaz, Sayyid, Faisal, Harun, Khan, Vinay, Javed, Sanger, Farid, Pradeep, Prem, Abhishek, Amir. Well, congratulations, Muhammad, Sahi, Parita, Nabil, Chitra, Talaj, Harsh, congratulations, Manish, Amar, Adirul, Palisa, Aslam, Atif, Grace, Greg, Mac, Sachin, Kamal, Bashkar, Rohit, Patis, Vikshit, Riyaz, Saurav, Siddhartha, Nadir, Tariq, Venkat, Tohari, Chimze, Mansoor, Rehana, Vijay, Vishal, Arjun, Asad, Ilyas, and Khan. Congratulations, Anthony, Arvind, Hassan, Wasim, Mangesh, Raj, Akbar, Parna, Sankalp, Vishay, Ishwari, Afzal, Vivek, Hasib, Hamid, Leesh, Pallavi, Anam, Faisal, Burhan, Hussain, Mateen, Pandey, Sayyid, Khalid, Munif, Hassan, Gupta, Asha, Ajay, Iken, Pooja, Talha, Vijay, Amjad, Joffrey, Hassan, Sujit, Amit, Devi, Raju, Pawan, Umar, Rahman, Venkatesh, Ahmed, Gupta, Sheesh, Mary, Sean, Jamal, Tulsidas, Anan, Mohsin, Nadeem, Ali, Isam, Kawais, Azim, Mansoor, Shakil, Keria, Hassan, Riaz Hussain, Betty, Pradeep, Mina, Asma, Durga, Sharif, Ali Al-Baluch. Congratulations, my friend. Salman, Subrata, Hassan, Mohsin, Manik, Christopher, Jangir, Hamas, Muhammad Shafiq, Naveen, Dariksa, Fiaz, Prashant, Ilyas, Dhamvir, Niju, Abraham, Srinivas, Sundela, Nabil Ahmed, Naveed, Bilal, Bidrali, Shaji, Ubaid Babar, Cody Rizwan, Bas, Imran, Vivek, Rajiv, Rao, Ishtaq, Fazan, Rahil, Nisar, Umar, Aj, Sandeep, Shiraz, Tino, Usama, Keaton, Komal, Shivani, Salman, Sada Anand, Selvam, Ajay, Sabir, Uzair, Surinder, Pradeep, Amir, Mohit, Waqas, Nidhi, Umar, Usman, Sandeep, Ahmed, Abu Tahir, Naveen, Arshad, Muhammad, Vivek, Yaya, Suzishan, Furqan, Gajendra, Nagraj, Naseema, Sagar, Muhammad, Zaina, Hussain, Rashmi, Neha, Faisal, Ali, Al-Ajmi, Ahmad, Numan, Alam, Vijay, Sarnaya, Savannah, Muhammad, Zakka, Zakir. Congratulations, Sadima, Sahar, Azeb, Samir, Ifi, Talal, Ahmad, Umar, Usman, Malik, Azeb, Waqas, Priya, Rafi, Saira, Saswati, Saurav, Sashwani, Tewaz, Srika, Fran, Janda, Duo, Francis, Abdul, Muhammad, Umar, Abhishek, Abhilash, Abrar, Farhan, Lata, Nidhi, Ibrahim, Vinod, Faisal, Amir Inam, Abdul Aziz, Iken, Akmal, Azan, Basil, Garima, Gavin, Padma, Sajid, Waleed, Chetali, Anamika, Zarnab, Sudeep, Naveen, Mojdev, Naveed, congratulations, Atif, Chakra, Hassan, Nadeem, Abid Patel, Aditi, Shubhashish, Suresh, Zumaira, Rafiul, Ghulam, Sham Babu, Deepak, Caroline, Linwin, Sheetal, Alvin, Olindra, Prashant, Abrar, Ali Khan with Ram, Vidya. Talha, Basad, Rashid, Madhavan, Asas Gurjeet, Rishu, Datta, Saban, Azim, Mangesh, Mudassir, Pradeep, Sidra Ali. Man, congratulations. Suhail, Amul, Tehseen, Nabil, Atif, Zia, Nithya, Shah, Muhammad, Shakil Umar, Ahmed, Khan, Mr. Awad, E. Shruti, Salman, Khalid John, Sayyid Satyasnaik, Wasi Sayyid, Suhail, Sham Sinha, Jid Iqbal, Vivek. And here we have my 1000 PM in less than 3 years, Muhammad Adil